Okay, so today's question is regarding the new variant, Omicron. Okay, so that's the variant I'm talking about. So, yeah, so these are the cards that I pulled out. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so once again, this is just storytelling. So let's relax and enjoy. Okay, so first of all, we have the Page of Pentacles. So this is the first card that came out. So here he is unsure of which road he should take. So once again, this is the energy reading for the new variant, the Omicron. Okay, so he is going to toss the coin because he is not sure which direction he is going to take. So there are actually two options here. One which is the tower, okay, the tower here, and the other one where it is like the kind of like the where a lot of people are living, and then this one, the tower, to me it represents the authorities. Okay, so let's have a look. So then on the left side, which is represented by the houses here, is basically this, okay? And then on the right side, it is this. Okay, so let's talk about the left side first. So the left side, it is represented by, or the community, yeah, the community, living community, okay? So the community, it is represented by feeling of giving and caring, okay, giving and caring and sharing to the community. So here you have this group of people, okay, it could be us, you know, our community living, and whereby we are sharing and caring. So we have the young and as well as the old. For the young, she is giving the coins maybe to help with their school fees. And then for the old, she is giving a basket of food. So here, the way the sharing and caring is done, it is really, really caring. That means you give what is required or what is needed by him or what is needed by her. So in this case, she needs food, and in this case, he needs funds to help with his school fees. Okay, so, and you see they are in awe. They are in awe. So there is this energy which is manifesting. Okay, so which is manifesting, could be in our community, and it could also mean, now there is another card here which shows the Six of Swords. So what happened here is that this one could be community. It could also mean to me, there is some kind of a being who is helping humanity. It could be in the form of a person. It could be in the form of, you know, community. It could also be in the form of government or some kind of authority. So this government or this kind of it's not exactly authority, because later on we will see in the cards, this is where they will want us to take power over ourselves. So can I call it authority? Okay, I will just call it, it could be a country, it could be a government. I am just going to use this group of people. Okay, I'm just going to use those words. This group of people who is actively helping out humanity. Okay, so here you have, and why I brought up country is because of this card, the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords shows that people are gravitating towards this group of people, their ideals. Okay, so this, when it seems that Six of Swords talks about moving from a place of something which is rocky to something which is calm. So here you see these people who are going towards this direction. It's a Six of Swords, so it could be talking about, it may not be a physical movement, but it could be movement in our minds, in our thoughts, how we think, how our opinions are shaped. Okay, so this is the Six of Swords, talks about clarity. Okay, so once again, I am seeing from these cards is that there is more and more people are finding this idea, which is very attractive, this idea of sharing and caring. Okay, this sharing and caring. Okay, so now we go on to, okay, this side. Okay, so for this side, what happened is that here you have this card, Ace of Cups, and as well as the Lover's card. So the Ace of Cups, what she is doing is that she is concocting, or she is brewing, or she is making up, cooking up something. Yeah, she's cooking up something, and she is putting it in her cup, and apparently she wants to then let other people drink from this cup. I mean, that seems to be her objective here, cooking up something, and then after that to let other consume from the cup. Okay, and why is she doing this is because of an agreement. Okay, an agreement. It also looks like some kind of a ritual where they have to honor that agreement. Okay, so from this side here, it talks about concocting something, cooking up something. Okay, on this side here, it talks about ideals. Okay, so basically there are two sides here. Which side does he want to follow? Okay, so and at the same time, if you look at this card, there are these two white birds in the background. So the two white birds here, they are seeing what she is doing. They are witnessing what she is doing. And to me, birds always represent communication. So what they are doing is that they are doing something, you know, in the forest among themselves, basically out of the public's eye. Okay, so this is something that they are cooking up, and where it is out of the public's eye. Okay, okay, so then he has to decide which direction he wants to take towards the, and to me this always represents the authorities, the powers that the authorities in power, okay, which is represented by this tower here. Okay, whereas community living, this is represented by, you know, like, yeah, this is just like a community. Okay, so let's see, he is going to toss the coin. Let's see where it lands. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune here. So it lands on the house. So you have pot of gold, you have medicine, you have star, you have the sun. Okay, you have the ring jewelry, you have knowledge, you have matters of the heart, but it lands on the house. Okay, so here she is showing to everyone that it is landing on the house. Okay, so this is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so house, what does it represent? House represents something which is very personal. Okay, it can be personal to yourself because this is where you house your soul or your spirit. It could also mean house where you house your family members. It could also mean country, where, you know, the country is where you have all the citizens living in the country. So in other words, this new variant, it is a very personal matter. Okay, it's personal on many levels, on the individual, and then on, let's say, on the family level, and as well as or community level, and as well as on the country level. Okay, so because at the end of the day, we control ourselves. Okay, how we want to act, how we want to think. Okay, so this is the Magician here. Okay, so once again, we don't have to fall for their stories here. At the end of the day, how we want to act, we don't have to succumb to their narrative. Okay, so that is basically what the cards is saying here. Now, on the other hand, on the other side, this is what they want. They want us to follow them. Okay, they want us to follow their narratives, which is represented by the Hierophant card. So here you have people who is whatever she does, they also follow along. So they want us to be followers. Okay, at the same time here they are looking into the law. So here she is holding a scale, and on the scale here she has to balance. Okay, so it seems that even though they are concocting with the story, they also have, there seems to be some infighting among themselves. So you have the white cat and you have the black cat, and they seem to be fighting. So it seems that there's some infighting here. And at the same time here, what she is trying to do is that she is trying to come up with some laws, okay, or look into making something mandatory, okay, but she is not completely confident whether she can pull it through or not. So which is why, even though she's supposed to be completely blindfolded, she's still lifting up her blindfold a bit and to see what the law really is. So here she is, she wants to make it mandatory, but, or to take advantage of the law, but she also have to cope with some infighting. Okay, so next I asked, so what is going to be the outcome? Let's say if we were to take this route. So the outcome is that we will be triumphant. I suppose what this means is that, so here you have the two birds, okay, so the two birds is from here, okay, so the two birds are helping us and we feel triumphant, okay, the fool. Okay, so what it shows me is that a lot of us are going to go through this stage where we decide that we are going to use our powers of discrimination or our powers of discernment to make to see what to arrive at our own conclusion what this new variant is all about. And at the end of the day, we are going to feel triumphant. What this means is that we are going to feel very satisfied that because we have controlled our own faculties. That means whatever, basically we have come to the conclusion using our very own powers, our very own um, intellectual powers, or where we controlled our emotions. So out of this situation, we feel triumphant, okay, at the end of the day. Now for this side here, for this side is that what it shows is that she is throwing her hat into the air. So to me, this represents that they are trying to control the people by making us follow them, but in the end, it's like we just don't care. We're just gonna, we're gonna throw caution to the wind. Okay, we are no longer beholden to them. Okay, so it's like we kind of like give up on them, okay, and so it's like we're kind of like saying, okay, you can have your laws or mandates, we are just going to enjoy our lives, okay. So this is where kind of like their story is crumbling. Okay, so then, so with regards to these cards, what I'm getting, the feeling that I'm getting is that this new variant, is it dangerous? It seems that not so, okay? It seems that not so. Whether you depend on yourself to come up with your own conclusion, or whether you follow what they say, but at the end of the day, I think it cannot be, the powers of humanity cannot be stopped, okay. So this is where I think here we have a situation where we're so fed up already of all these laws and mandates, and we kind of like, okay, we give up, we throw caution to the wind. Okay, so then I asked for a general card with regards to this new variant. So the card says here, just go out and enjoy yourself. It shows judgment card. So judgment card here, this is where the sides here are going to be exposed, and this is the judgment card. And after their exposure, basically this person's exposure, what's going to happen is that we are not looking so much into punishing them, but rather we we um, we choose the route where we are going to enjoy our freedom. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so that is with regards to the new variant. So from the cards here, and the other thing is, want to show you there is a lot of major arcanas that came out, especially the Wheel of Fortune. Which side? How do you want to think? So you either think into the High Priestess or the Magician. That means empowering yourself, or the other one is whether you want to still continue with their narrative. But their narrative is they are also having problems, okay, because there is seems to be some infighting going on. So once again, there's a lot of major arcanas here. Okay, so that's it, and thank you.